Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my match reaction for the Manchester United Leeds game. Manchester United beat Leeds 5-1 at Old Trafford. What a fantastic start to the season for Manchester United. What a very good performance by Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes scored a hat-trick. You can say that Maguire should have saved Bruno Fernandes' first goal because he did get a hand to it. Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic player. Bruno Fernandes has been at Manchester United for over a year and a half. In most of his games at Man United, he's been very consistent. There has been quite a few games though where he has looked off the pace. Last season, Bruno Fernandes won Player of the Year. He's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. Fabrizio Romano did say not so long ago that Man United were looking to extend Bruno Fernandes' contract. Towards the end of last season, he said we was willing to double Bruno Fernandes' wages to £200,000 a week. Fernandes is under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Mason Greenwood also got a goal. Mason Greenwood could have had more than one goal because he had two good chances in the first half. One of them came from a mistake from Leeds. Mason Greenwood has been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad. At one point he did go a long period though without scoring. Mason Greenwood made his senior debut for Man United back in 2019. He's been a United player since the age of 7, so he's been part of the club for a long time, and last season Mason Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract. And Fred got his name on the score sheet. I thought Fred enjoyed a good game. I do have my reservations about Fred because he's had quite a lot of bad games at Man United, but he's also had some good games as well. We certainly overpaid for him. We got him in a deal worth 52 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. Leeds' goal came from Luke Ayling. I've got to say his goal was the best goal of the game. What a finish that was from Luke Ayling. Stuart Dallas got the assist. Paul Pogba got 4 assists for Man United today. Paul Pogba should have had his name on the score sheet because he had a fantastic chance in the first half, but he put it wide. Man United expect Paul Pogba to stay. Contract talks continue. Prior to the game, Solskjaer said he's relaxed over media magnate Pogba. Recently though, he said that Pogba is very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer when his contract expires. And Victor Lindelof got an assist in the game. Victor Lindelof enjoyed a very good game today. He made some vital interceptions. Lindelof has been at Manchester United since 2017. We got him in a deal worth £31 million from Benfica. Harry Maguire, he had a good game today. Defensively, he was very good. I think we're going to get the best out of Harry Maguire now anyway, with Varane alongside him. We overpaid for Harry Maguire though. We got him in a deal worth £80 million from Leicester. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. Luke Shaw, he had a good game today. Got forward very well. Had a very good chance in the game, but it hit the side netting. I'm expecting Luke Shaw to enjoy a good season. Luke Shaw was superb last season. Luke Shaw has been our first choice left back for a while. He still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Alex Telles last year. Shaw's been at Man United around 7 years or so now, and I think he's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. David De Gea didn't really have much to do today. He produced a couple of saves. Jack Harrison had a chance for Leeds in the game. Click also had a good chance, produced a good save from David De Gea. And Wan-Bissaka, I thought he did well today. Showed some very good attacking intent, and he looked very disciplined. Daniel James, he had a couple of chances in the game as well. Leeds did have their periods in the game. They had a very good chance from Rodrigo from a set piece. The substitutions we brought on in the game was Anthony Martial. We brought Jadon Sancho on. It was good to see Jadon Sancho make his debut for the club. Before the game, it did say that Jadon Sancho's debut against Leeds was in doubt, because Solskjaer said that Sancho's been feeling a little sick and he's only been able to complete one full training session. Solskjaer did say that Sancho had a holiday after the Euros. We got Sancho in a deal worth £78 million. Sancho is under contract with Man United until June 2026. There's also an option of a further year. I think Jadon Sancho is going to do well at Man United, providing that Solskjaer uses him right. And we also saw Matic come on in the game. We beat Leeds last season 6-2 at Old Trafford. We drew with them 0-0 at Ellen Road last season. We beaten them 4-0 in pre-season in the summer of 2019, that was in Australia. We beat them 3-0 in the Carling Cup back in 2011. The last time Leeds beat us was back in the FA Cup third round back in January 2010. They won 1-0. It was a goal from Jermaine Beckford. The last time Leeds beat us at Old Trafford in the Premier League was back in 1981. Leeds had just 2 players, I think, missing today. Obviously, there was no Adam Forshaw. He doesn't get in Leeds' team anyway. And Diego Llorente was out with injury. Junior Firpo was fit, but he was a doubt before the game. Leeds brought Junior Firpo in this summer. We had quite a few players missing. Obviously, Dean Henderson, he's not available at the moment because he's recovering from COVID. Rashford, he's out until October because he's got a shoulder injury. Rashford did have surgery on his shoulder. Jesse Lingard, he's also got COVID. Alex Telles, he's injured. He's got an ankle injury that he sustained in training a few weeks ago. There's no Eric Bailly, he's out. Edison Cavani is also out. So there you go. Leeds, they finished 9th last season. Last season, Leeds enjoyed a very good season to their standards. Last season was their first season in the Premier League since 2004. Because Leeds got relegated back in 2004, they was out of the top flight for 16 years. The season before last, Leeds won the Championship. That was their first trophy in 28 years. Marcelo Bielsa, he is a very good manager. Like I said on the preview, I've got a lot of respect for Marcelo Bielsa, despite me being a Manchester United fan. Marcelo Bielsa has transformed Leeds. He's got a good pedigree behind him because he used to manage in Argentina. And a long time ago, Marcelo Bielsa worked with Pep Guardiola. Marcelo Bielsa taught Pep Guardiola, and Pep Guardiola is following Marcelo Bielsa's philosophy at Man City. I think Solskjaer has now beaten Marcelo Bielsa 3 times as Manchester United manager. We are now top of the league. Our next game is Southampton away. That is next Sunday. I'm expecting Manchester United to win that. Southampton's current manager is Ralph Hasenhüttl. He's got a contract with Southampton until 2024. He's been at Southampton for quite a while now. I think Southampton are going to struggle though this season because they did lose Danny Ings. He went to Aston Villa. They lost Bertrand to Leicester. They also lost Vestergaard to Leicester. They've lost quite a lot of other good players as well. They lost Cedric Soares to Arsenal. Quite a few years ago, they lost Virgil van Dijk to Liverpool. They also lost Nathaniel Klein. They lost Dejan Lovren. They lost Adam Lallana. They lost Mane. They lost Charlie Austin. Back in 2014, they lost Luke Shaw. Southampton have made some signings this summer. They brought Valentino Livramento in. They brought Adam Armstrong in. They brought Armando Broja in. Obviously got Theo Walcott in. They got Minamino back in February. After Southampton, we do play Wolves away. We should be winning that one. After Wolves, we play Newcastle, and then it's West Ham. So we should win our next 4 games. But I did say, didn't I, this season is absolutely massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he's got big expectations to exceed. Solskjaer's ambition for this season is to win the Premier League. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. Solskjaer recently talked up Man United's title hopes. He knows the pressure is on. Before the start of the season, Solskjaer said that Man City are the favourites, but the title race is open. Solskjaer has to win a trophy at Man United this season, because he's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017, and that's nowhere near good enough to our standards. This season is Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager. But it's just good that we've got off to a winning start, because we lost our opening game last season against Crystal Palace 3-1. Solskjaer did recently say that any more signings would be a bonus for Manchester United as we approach the final 3 weeks of the summer transfer window. Solskjaer has been very pleased with our summer transfer business. And I think Man United are enjoying a very good summer transfer window, because Solskjaer is getting the players he wants to recommend in. And plus he's getting the backing he deserves, because Solskjaer wasn't backed enough for such a long time. Surprisingly, our owners, the Glazers, are backing Solskjaer only because they've been persuaded to, because towards the end of last season, a lot of United fans protested against the Glazers at Old Trafford, because the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. Solskjaer did reveal towards the end of last season that the Glazers apologised. Back on the 4th of June, which was earlier on this year, the Glazers, or should I say Joe Glazer, attended a fans forum, and it was his first attendance in 15-16 years, and he promised Manchester United supporters that Solskjaer would get the funds that are available. But the Glazers have put Man United in so much debt. That's why they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. They've been at Man United for 16 years. They purchased the club for 500 million back in 2005. Woodward, he stood by Solskjaer. He said several times before that he'll stand by Solskjaer. And when we was enjoying them bad periods under Solskjaer, Woodward assured that Solskjaer's job was safe. Woodward is obviously leaving Manchester United. He's had a 16-year association with the club. John Murtough, he's played a part in getting the players that Solskjaer wants in. Man United made the right decision getting the director of football in, because I did say it's one of the structural changes that we needed at the club. And Darren Fletcher, he's part of our club. So too is Matt Judge. Man United have made 3 signings so far in this summer transfer window. We brought Tom Eaton in on a free. We brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. Then we brought Raphael Varane in. By the way, Raphael Varane to Manchester United is now official. The Raphael Varane announcement was recently delayed due to image rights. Raphael Varane has got the number 19 shirt. Not so long ago, Raphael Varane completed his medical with Man United, and not so long ago he quarantined in Manchester. We have spent around 120 million so far in this summer transfer window. Now, yesterday I gave you the news on Eduardo Camavinga from Rennes. The Sun said that Man United are in a 2-horse Eduardo Camavinga race with PSG. Rennes have set a fee of £34 million. Man United believe that Eduardo Camavinga wants to make a move to Spain after holding discussions with his representatives. Fabrizio Romano recently gave us an update, and he said that Camavinga has 2 options this summer, including Man United, as his contract showdown continues with Rennes. Now, not so long ago, Mohamed Bouatsou said that Eduardo Camavinga's agent Jonathan Barnett is pushing him towards Man United, but the player's preference is PSG. The Rennes sporting director and the Rennes boss confirmed that Camavinga will leave Rennes this summer. Camavinga has made 82 appearances for Rennes in all competitions. Now, it said not so long ago that we abandoned our pursuits of 4 players. That was Camavinga, Saul Niguez, Ruben Neves and Kieran Trippier. You know, this summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. Man United must now sell some players though to get more signings on the board. I think there's a very, very good chance that Brandon Williams is going to go out on loan. We need to loan him out so obviously he can gain more experience and he can get a lot more opportunities, because Williams seldom plays for us. He's our 3rd choice left back. Phil Jones, I think we also need to offload him. Phil Jones hasn't played for Man United since January. Jones has always been inconsistent anyway, and he doesn't get in our 11. Jones has been a long-serving player at Man United. He's endured 10 years at the club. Diego Dalot, like us to offload him. He could still be leaving Man United. I think Milan are linked with him. Dalot was out on loan with AC Milan last season. To Dalot's credit though, he did well throughout pre-season. It said not so long ago that Dalot is staying at Man United because a U-turn occurred. And that's the reason we dropped our interest in Kieran Trippier, because it said it's likely that Dalot's staying now. I said I'd also like us to offload Matic because I've got my strong reservations about him. I'd also like us to offload Andres Pereira. He did well throughout pre-season. He was out on loan with Lazio last season as well. I'd like us to offload Jesse Lingard, but Solskjaer recently confirmed that Jesse Lingard is staying. Anthony Martial, I want us to offload him, but I don't think we're going to, because the Telegraph did recently say that Man United have no intentions of selling Anthony Martial. And he's part of Solskjaer's plans this season. But the Sun recently said that Man United are ready to sell Anthony Martial for £50 million. It said Inter Milan have been interested in him. Inter Milan want Anthony Martial to replace Romelu Lukaku because Lukaku agreed to go back to Chelsea. He said we'd be happy to loan Anthony Martial out as long as Inter Milan agreed to include an obligation to buy in the deal. Everton have been keen on him. Martial has been at Man United for 6 years. He's got a contract with the club till 2024, so he's got 3 years left on his contract. He's scored 78 goals for us in all competitions. We got him in a deal worth 58 million from Monaco. Back in 2015, we'd paid £36 million up front. Last season, Martial was out with a knee injury for a while. But yeah, Solskjaer, he does deserve at least this season. You know, if we was to win the Premier League this season, I'd certainly change my perception on Solskjaer and say, yeah, he is the long-term manager for Man United. Despite that fantastic win today, I still don't think he's the long-term manager for Man United, and probably is still a lot of United fans that will agree with me on that aspect. Solskjaer has been in charge of Man United now for almost 3 years. A few weeks ago, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club until 2024. There's also an option of a further year. I think a lot of United fans disagreed with us giving him that new contract, because I don't think he'll see out this new contract. But we love Solskjaer, because at the end of the day, he is a club legend. He endured 11 years as a player for Man United, and he flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. You know, I think Solskjaer's made progress at Man United, even though he hasn't won anything yet. Because in Solskjaer's first full season, he got us to 3 semi-finals, and he got us a 3rd place finish. In his second full season, he got us to the EFL Cup semi-final, the FA Cup quarter-final, got us to the Europa League final last season, which was his first major final as Man United manager. He got us a 2nd place finish last season. And last season went the entire season without losing away from home in the Premier League. Solskjaer has beaten quite a few big name managers as Man United manager as well. You know, he's beaten Bielsa, like I mentioned earlier on, around 3 times. He's beaten Pep Guardiola quite a few times. He's also beaten Julian Nagelsmann. He's beaten Tuchel. He's beaten Brendan Rodgers. He's beaten Klopp in the FA Cup. He's beaten Jose Mourinho. So, there you go. And he's also beaten Carlo Ancelotti. Solskjaer is our best manager since Ferguson, despite me criticising him a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United. On my next video, I will be giving you my player ratings from this game. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless you all again very, very soon.